Hi, I'm Gabriella Talley, and I'm going to be doing the gender tag. And the first question is, how do you self-identify your gender, and what does that definition mean to you? So I identify as a female, and I guess that means that everything I do, from how I act to what I wear, even what I say, um, goes along with being a female. And the second question is, what pronouns honor you? And pronouns that would honor me are she and her. So the third question asks what style of clothing I wear. And I would say I just normally dress pretty casual. It's usually jeans or leggings with a blouse or sweatshirt or t-shirt. I mean, normally it's like a v-neck, just something casual. I don't really have like an overly girly wardrobe, but it's not I wouldn't say it's boyish either. Like I hardly ever wear dresses or skirts, and if I do, it's usually because I'm at a wedding or another special occasion. I do sometimes wish I was more of a casual dress wearer, but I feel like if I just like were to wear like a dress to school or anything, like my people in my close circle of friends or family would be like, "Oh, you're wearing a dress. Like that's so different of you." And then I don't like that extra attention, so I usually just keep it at, casual. I mean, it's still, I would say, feminine, but it's not, I wouldn't say my style is androgynous in any way. The fourth question asks, talk about your choices with body hair. How do you style your hair? Do you have facial hair? What do you choose to shave or choose not to shave? And with a body hair, I actively choose to not have any on my body. Like, I do shave just because, I mean, part of me is because I want to shave and I like the feeling of like your skin after you shave and stuff. And me personally, I think it just looks better. But and with my hair, just style it. I mean, I don't even style it. I just kind of wake up and it is how it is. I wish I could straighten it, but it just doesn't really work that well. Um, but like in terms of body hair, I just personally feel like when your hair is darker, it's kind of harder to get away with it. And then we do live in a society where if you don't shave, people kind of put you in this hippie bubble. Um, so, like, I don't know, I just choose to shave partly because I want to and I like how it looks and how it feels, but also because I know that's what society has conditioned me to think. And the fifth question is, talk about cosmetics. Do you choose to wear makeup? Do you paint your nails? What types of soaps and perfumes do you use, if any? And in terms of makeup, I don't ever wear makeup. Um, if I'm going to a wedding or special occasion, I'll wear a little bit of mascara, but I'll never wear a full on makeup. Just, I don't know, I guess never really liked any of the chemicals that were in makeup, and I never really gotten into it, and I'm not good at it. So that's why, I mean, I wish I was good at it. I know if I wore makeup, I would look more feminine. I don't know, I feel like wearing makeup just kind of puts yourself, I don't know, people like judge you. And if you're not wearing any makeup, I feel like people think you're lazy or I don't know, that you're too good for it. But I wish I was good at makeup so I could wear it. But other than that, I never wear makeup just because, I mean, I like how it looks, but I just don't think like I'm good at it, so I never use it. And then this other part of the question was, do you paint your nails? And yes, I do paint my nails. Not that often because of my work, but I'll do paint them, and if I do paint them, it's usually pretty neutral colors. You know, I like browns or darker colors, reds, and then sometimes I'll even do like pinks or roses. It just depends, but I will paint my nails. And what types of soaps and perfumes do you use, if any? And I really like soaps that are flowery or coconutty. Um, and I try to be conscious of the type of, soaps or lotions that I use. I guess I'm just really concerned with them not having any chemicals, and then it ends up being like a natural smell. And yeah. So the sixth question is, have you experienced being misgendered? And no, I haven't. I feel pretty lucky that I haven't. I've never experienced that. The seventh question is, do you experience dysphoria? How does that affect you? And in terms of like gender dysphoria, it's not anything I've ever thought about like personally or experienced. So the next question is, talk about children. Are you interested in having children? And the answer is no. I don't really like children, and I've never been interested in having children, and I don't think I ever will. And the next part is, would you want to carry a child if that were an option for you? And no, I wouldn't, just because I don't know, like throughout my life, whatever I've heard about childbirth or just anything about childbirth in general sort of terrifies me. So it's not anything I would want to partake in. And do you want to be the primary caretaker for any children you may have? I mean, if by some miracle I did end up having a kid, I mean, I guess I would want to be the primary caretaker, but I guess that's not one of my main goals right now. Or like, it's definitely not anything I see in my future. I don't have any plans to be a primary caretaker of like kids, um, or like anyone else in general. Um, I don't just taking care of another kid is not anything. It's not appealing. It's not something I want to do. So the next question, talk about money. Is it important for you to provide for a family financially if you choose to have one? And yes, it is. I mean, if I were to have a family, um, it is important to financially provide just because I mean, everyone should provide what they can and what they're able to, depending on how old they are or just on the situation. But I do think it's important to provide as much as you can. And is it important for you that you earn more than any partner you may have? And I thought about this question, and I I guess it's not that important. Um, but I mean, it's not more important, but it is nice just because you don't want one partner to be so dependent on the other. I guess it depends on the relationship one may have, but it's not like a super importance to be making more, but I do think it's important that it's not overly, like there's a huge gap between the two. So the second part of that question was, do you prefer to pay for things like dates? And I wouldn't want to pay for a date, and I wouldn't want the other person to pay just because then I feel like obligated to have to keep talking to them, or I feel like, I don't know, I know society tells you you don't owe them anything, but if they pay, I would feel bad not talking to them if I didn't like them. So I would prefer everyone just pays for their own meal or drink. And are you uncomfortable when others pay for you or offer to pay for you? And if I don't really know them that well, then yes, I am kind of uncomfortable because then I kind of assume that they think I owe them something, or whatever it may be, I do get uncomfortable and I would prefer just to pay each their own. So that is all the questions for the gender tag. Thank you.